This is Ag Matters PM from the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network, brought to you by the Iowa Soybean Association, your source for the latest Iowa ag news headlines right here in the heart of the heartland. With reports from our award-winning team of Dustin Hoffman, Riley Smith, Mark Magnuson, and Andy Peterson. Now, from the IARN studios in Des Moines, here's Riley.
Good day and welcome to Ag Matters PM on the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network. I'm Riley Smith. Today is Tuesday, October 14th of 2025, and we are so glad you can join us for today's show. In today's episode, I'll be talking with New Holland about their latest baler technology. We'll also have a check of the closing markets with the folks from agmarket.net. First, here's that conversation about the newest baler technology and the innovations it offers for farmers. Here at the Farm Progress Show in Decatur, Illinois, talking with Alex Burwager of New Holland, and we're right here in front of the Rollbelt 561 baler. Tell us a little bit about this new product coming out from New Holland.
Yeah, so for model year 26, we're coming out with this new family of 1 series round balers. So from a Rollbelt 451 to a Rollbelt 461 up to this Rollbelt 561. And really that 451 or 461, that's your bale size. So 4x5, 4x6, or 5x6 in this configuration.
So what are some of the biggest new features on this baler that farmers will be looking out for?
Yeah, so really there's 3 key areas that we've improved. The first one is feeding capacity. So getting that smooth transition of crop into the baler to start building that bale. So we are achieving that with a new roller wind guard. Standard, we now went from a 5-inch single roller to an 8-inch single roller. And then optionally on the 5x6, especially in those corn stalk conditions, we've gone to a dual roller wind guard. So again, that same big 8-inch roller up front and a 6-inch right behind that. So there's no stalling of crop in there. It's just smooth transition. They do float independently. So if you get weird plugs or anything, it'll kind of move and allow that crop to get in. Or you can lock them together if you're in straw where you really need to compress that crop. The next area is quality. So with that capacity increase, we need to make sure that the baler is going to hold up. What we've done is our bale forming rolls, we've actually increased the thickness of them. They're now, rather than a welded 2-piece skin roll, they're a single piece extruded, meaning this starts out as a smooth roll, and these ribs are actually extruded through dies. Makes a very strong, thick roll that will last the life of the baler. Outside of that, the big one is purposeful technology. So bringing active weigh bale scales to this baler. So as you're building the bale, you see that weight increasing. With that technology that we're adding there with the weight, we now have telematics on this baler, so we can send that data to the cloud. So you can jump onto field ops like you would with a combine, and you can go check out a field where that bale was dropped, what the moisture of that bale was, how many wraps, the weight now. And even with the moisture, you could filter down to maybe find some hot bales that you need to move and let them kind of dry out. Or you can use that for your operation as far as selling by the weight rather than selling by the bale.
So then when we look at that data that the baler can provide to you, how is that kind of easily digestible for the farmer to be able to look at that and go like, hey, here's what I need to know, here's what I need to change? Yeah,
so just like Field Ops and any of our other platforms, it's a very similar look. You'll pull it up and you'll see a map of your field, and you can see where those bales were located. You can also see what was your average moisture, maybe your average density, things like that, and maybe compare that density versus weight. Maybe there's a sweet spot where you want to hit 1,800-pound bales. Maybe you have to tweak the density a little bit to achieve that.
All right, Alex, lots of great information today on the new Rollbelt 561 baler. For anyone who's interested in learning more from New Holland, or they would like to kind of see about maybe getting that on their farm someday, how can they do that?
Yeah, so number one is go check out your local dealer, New Holland dealer. These balers are going into production right now. They'll start to deliver here this fall. So they'll be showing up at your dealer, so go check them out as they show up. And if not, always go check out newholland.com and go learn some more information.
We'll take a look at the closing markets next, but first, here's a word from the Iowa Soybean Association. This is Ag Matters PM.
Iowa Soybean Association is driven to deliver for Iowa's 40,000 soybean farmers. We're proud to provide objective agronomic research, a helping hand with soil and water stewardship, and timely industry news powered by the Soybean Checkoff. Learn more at iasoybeans.com.
It's time now for the Ag Matters PM Closing Market Summary, your source for market analysis and settlement prices from the day's trade in Chicago, courtesy of the folks at agmarket.net.
Welcome back to Ag Matters PM on the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network, and we're here now with Ethan Robson of agmarket.net to take a look at the closing market summary. First off, Ethan, what's going on in the grains today?
Yeah, mixed bag in the grains today, kind of a two-sided, trade action today. Open up the markets. Markets were down. You had wheat making new LIFO contract lows. December Chicago wheat got below $5. KC wheat was below it as well. These corn in between both sides traded $4.13 today. Got it down as low as $4.09. Ended up closing up 2 1/4 as well. November soybeans down a penny and a quarter as well. Trade came in last Friday. Going back to last Friday, Trade was caught off guard between the trade tensions between U.S. and China. That caught the soybean market off guard. Trended lower ever since then. Surprisingly, $10 handle for November soybeans continues to hold. That's important to see that on the technical side, to see $10 soybeans hold. So would hope to continue that trend as well.
And then in general, with the market news, I know we talk about it a lot, the shutdown really limiting things, but one report that has been coming out is the grain inspections, and that was released once again this week, right?
It was, yes. So grain inspections. Soybean inspections were fairly strong. I think it was close to 900,000 inspected. Corn still remains historically strong as well, so that was good to see. And then surprisingly, wheat inspections were strong as well. And so like you said, with the government shutdown right now, markets flying blind for all markets. Corn, soybeans, wheat, we don't have USDA report, no export sales, no commitment of traders. So we don't know what the managed money is thinking, what their positions is exactly. And then big picture too with stock markets, equities as well. No jobs reports, rely more on the private sector reports as well. So all in all, this whole U.S. economy is flying blind for the most part with no reports.
Then over on the livestock side of things, how did cattle and hogs trade today?
Yeah, it seems like the same story every day. Live and feeder cattle just continue to make new highs. Feeder cattle was up $4.67 in the front months, $3.80, $1.75 was the close in October. Live cattle December up $1.75 as well as $246.50. So prices continue to remain strong. Catch remains fairly strong as well, and so it's the same old tight supply. New World screwworm continues to affect this market. Border with Mexico remains closed, and so the market's going to be continuing to watch on that, as it seems like the live cattle and feeder cattle market continue to trend up higher.
All right, Ethan, lots of great information today. For anyone who would like to get in touch for more analysis from agmarket.net, how can they do that?
Yeah, give us a call here in Bloomington Normal, 1-800-779-1515. Visit us online at agmarket.net.
Appreciate the time as always, Ethan, and we'll talk again soon.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks again to the folks at agmarket.net for providing us the closing market commentary. As always, we'll take a look at how the numbers close through the market window at iowaagnet.com. At the close, December corn up 2 1/4 at 4.13 even. November soybeans down 1 1/4 at 10.06 1/2. December soybean meal up 20 cents at 2.7430. Soybean oil down 3 cents at 50.57. Chicago wheat up 3 1/2 at $5.25. Minneapolis spring wheat up 2 even at 5.53 1/2. Kansas City hard red winter wheat up 7 1/4 at 4.88 1/2. December oats down 1 1/2 at 2.96 1/4. On the Merc, October live cattle up $1.25 at 241.82. October feeders up 4.67 at 380.17. Lean hogs down $1.70 at 83.15. December pork cutout down 3.50 at 92 even. And October class 3 milk up 3 cents at 16.92. That's been a check of the markets here on Ag Matters PM, and that also brings us to the end of today's show. You can find all of our content on our website at iowaagnet.com. Also follow us on social media at Facebook, X, LinkedIn, and TikTok, and find our video content as well as previous episodes of AM PM on our YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to see when those videos go live. Don't forget as well to check out our free morning, midday, and closing market podcasts, as well as the Iowa Ag Matters podcast and Pods Potential. Find those on your favorite podcasting services at Apple, Amazon, Spotify, and Podbean. From the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network studios in Des Moines, I'm Riley Smith. On behalf of Dustin Huffman, Andy Peterson, and Mark Magnuson, we thank you for watching. This has been Ag Matters PM.